I'm not a photographer, but I can picture us together. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Papa's Pancakeria. Part 9, I think. Today's gonna be our chill relaxation episode. I am feeling tired, and I realized that we never got to do a relaxation episode for this Papa series, so I think it's a perfect time to do that. Because I'm in the mood to play the game, and obviously I love talking to you guys, but I also, do you know what it, does that make any sense? Like, I love talking to you guys, but I just feel like this is a perfect time to do a relaxation episode, and just chill. So, let's hope everything goes well, and let's hope we don't have an anger streak. Because imagine just listening to this while you're trying to go to sleep, and then all of a sudden, I start yelling like, ah, that'd be funny. That's how tired I am. I hope your guys' days are going absolutely fabulous. Mine is going pretty well, thank you so much for asking. I'm really excited. Actually, I don't think you guys have seen this yet, but we decided to redecorate a little bit. Instead of going for this fancy vibe, I decided to go for like a very I decided to go with a very Canada vibe, if that makes sense. I liked it, I vibed with it, and I thought it would be a good idea. We have a couple of new customers, which is always super duper exciting. The Romano family has started to join us, which you guys know how much I love the Romanos. I feel like they're absolutely fabulous people. But yeah, dude, I hope your guys' days are going absolutely fabulous. I hope everything in life is working out. My life is pretty good. I'm a little, a tiny bit stressed. Not in anything crazy, just, like, I'm okay. Don't worry about me. I'm living my life, playing video games and chilling. But I'm a little stressed on some stuff, and but I believe in myself, and I think that I'll be able to come out of it. I think it's not always going to be like okay and perfect, but it's going to be doable. And I always love challenges in life. Sometimes I feel like they're fun. I guess I'd rather life be challenging than boring, because oh my god, I hate it when life is boring. It's so annoying. I do love like a good healthy challenge every once in a while. But I guess it's been happening very consistently lately. So many challenges to go through. But I believe in myself and my capabilities, and I think it's gonna be okay. But that's not why I decided to do a chill episode today. I just decided to do a chill episode because it felt like it would be fun. And also, like, knowing myself, I only feel relaxed once during these series. And during the other times, I'm usually extremely hype and extremely locked in on my job, so to speak. I hope you guys enjoyed the New York vlogs. I'm really proud of them. I honestly think it's some of my best work vlogging-wise. I have some more vlogs to come. I'm really excited to be posting those, actually. It's, I think those vlogs are pretty good as well. I don't think they're good work. I wouldn't be posting it unless it wasn't. I will say, I just really think the New York vlog is so good. Like, I watch all my vlogs, but the New York one is so good. There are two more other things that or one of them I already edited, and the other one I'm editing now, which I'm really excited for. I really do love vlogging, and I love volunteering, and being able to combine all those aspects and turn them into YouTube is Dude, do you guys remember when we were struggling with the building scores, and now we did it? We got 20 hundreds on building. That's so sick. And honestly, half of those weren't even caught on camera, so I'm really glad that this one was. I was worried that you guys wouldn't believe me, but I mean, there's your proof right there. I'm glad we got it on camera. That's sick. I'm really proud of that. I wasn't even thinking what would have happened if I hadn't gotten it on camera. I mean, it would have been a bummer. I know you guys trust me, which I'm very grateful for that trust. So, yeah, dude, I love vlogs. I love volunteering in general, and I love experiencing new things. So being able to combine all those aspects into just one video, it makes me so happy to be able to do that, because I always want to encourage volunteering. I think it's the best way to give back to your community, and also it's one of the best ways to understand what your community is going through, in a very, being completely honest, like a lot of the times people who just donate and who just give money, I don't think they understand how much that money means and how much that money will go to help people. But if you go and actually volunteer and you, in a way, experience what they're experiencing, you know, because you're volunteering, you're seeing what's going on, I really think it's extremely beneficial and very necessary, because if you don't know what's going on, you don't take donations, and you don't take donations seriously, you don't take giving back seriously, and it's just, this is one of the best ways not only to give back, you know, if you don't have money or to give, but it's also a really good way to just understand why that money is so useful and what that money is being used for. Like backpack giveaways, or sometimes a lot of police funding goes to, or I will say this varies by state, obviously where the funding goes to, but I will say like a decent amount of funding, not like a crazy amount, but a decent amount of funding goes to police officers, working with organizations who help children who might not have very financially fulfilled lives, if that makes sense, and they need school backpacks, and they need equipment, or their parents can't buy them Christmas gifts, and the community is doing their best. So you sign up through their system, and they check to see that you are who you say you are, and you are of the class status that you claim you are, and then they allow they take your child on a shopping spree, on a free shoes spree, etc. So it's just really cool to see, you know, how your community uses your resources, and just what happens to those things. It's really important that we understand where these resources go to, and even when we request that, I wouldn't say we in this situation, because I want to be very neutral when I talk about this. I would like to be a journalist in my life if I can't become an actress, and I do believe that journalism integrity is to be neutral when it comes to most situations, so I will remain neutral. But a lot of the times when people request that funding be taken out from organizations, whether that's police funding or medical funding or educational funding, etc., a lot of the times people don't understand that the first thing they take those funds out of is those things that help the community, because they think it's not as important, so they immediately kick the bucket on those issues. And you have less children being able to get Christmas gifts. You have less children being able to afford shoes, or, oh my god, I screwed up. You have less to give back to your community, because all that funding was forced. The funding wasn't given that year because they were defunded. But instead of defunding the things that the public thought they would defund, they defunded the things that the public actually needs. So that's very interesting to think about, and be knowledgeable about, which is why I encourage volunteering again, because then you learn those things. Like, I would not have known that thing at all if I hadn't volunteered and been out there in my community and realized, oh wow, there's a decent amount of funding that goes into that. It's not crazy, I wish it was, but it's not. But there is still that amount that goes into that. Oh, did I just do the same mistake? I did the same mistake. I'm making the same mistake over and over again. That's honestly a little funny. But yeah, that's why it's always important to, not only keep yourself educated, but a lot of the times it's really hard to equate the knowledge to real life events unless you see it. So again, the best way to do that is by volunteering. And obviously when it comes to those things, I don't really showcase it online, because it's just, the majority of my job is to make sure that my community is doing well and the people are getting those backpacks and they're getting those gift certificates and they're getting that time with people. But there are volunteer events where you can have fun. Like MomoCon, I went to, you'll see those videos in the future. I went to DigiMarkCon, you'll see those videos in the future. I went to, what am I doing with my life? Jesus. You'll see, what else will you guys see? Like canine festivals and stuff like that. Or I didn't volunteer for that one, but a lot of the events, whoa, that's not good. A lot of the events I ended up going to were very much like things that would be called fun events, but that is also a way to be educated by your community of like, look how many people are into anime, and look how many people are into gaming, and just again, it really helps when you're knowledgeable about your community. I guess the issues that I was speaking about more so is when you genuinely both are volunteers obviously, but this one was more so, that was on me. I had no idea he was waiting this long, honestly. But I guess I just encourage volunteering in general, whether it's for like fun events or, honestly, if I'm being serious, all volunteer events are so much fun. There are instances where I didn't enjoy a volunteer event, but it's not because of the event itself, it was because of the people organizing it, and it was just not very well organized. Or maybe the public was too rude. Unfortunately, that happens sometimes where an event happens and the public underestimates. The public doesn't understand that I'm a volunteer, and so they'll yell and scream at me, and I'll just be like, well, that sucked. I literally just volunteered to attend this thing like 30 minutes ago, like, my bad. Or sometimes there are a lot of volunteer events where they should be paying you, but they don't. Or I don't know if this makes sense, but it's like, I one time had to be a scorekeeper for a basketball game and write down fouls. And that was super, super difficult. Pause. And that was super difficult, and typically they would pay somebody to do this, but they didn't want to spend the funds on that, so they just were like, oh, we'll accept volunteers. And I volunteered, and it was crazy. Parents were yelling at me, coaches were yelling at me, I didn't understand the rules. It was crazy. Bummer. But yeah, there are definitely some volunteer events where it's crazy and it's not like an awesome experience, but most volunteer events I've had an absolute blast. Let's freaking go, dude. A jumbo burger, that's awesome. But yeah, dude, I mean, I've reiterated this so many times, but whether, it doesn't matter if it's a huge event, or it's a festival that you're volunteering for, or if it's just a food pantry thing, or Comic-Con, or MomoCon, or whatever you're volunteering for, you'll always be more educated and more knowledgeable in your community, because you're firsthand seeing the effects of what you're doing and how much they're helping people. Whether it's in a community where maybe they can't afford fresh food, or it's in a community that oh, whoa, we're mixing things up now. This is exciting. This I like. I was waiting for when this would happen. That's sick. But yeah, it doesn't matter what, you'll always see the way your community reacts to certain things, and the amount of gratefulness and happiness that they feel that this is happening. I don't know if any of what I made sense. I don't know if I made any sense, but I guess it's just like, my whole point is just, please volunteer, but also please don't volunteer for just like things that you can benefit from. That's just wrong, and that literally goes against like what it, like, volunteering. You're doing volunteering because it benefits others. That yes, there are certain events, and yes, you do get certain perks. But just in general, like, I've never a day in my life volunteered because I was like, oh, I'm excited to get something out of it. I've always volunteered because at the end of the day, like, I want to help my community, or I want to see my community shine and be happy. You know what I mean? So yeah, I encourage that 100%. And also, again, it makes you realize, like, oh, this is what my community is actually going through. This is what my community actually needs. And yeah, volunteering. And also, it's just so fun. The amount of people you meet, whether they're a part of your community or whether they're, well, everyone's a part of your community when you volunteer, you know what I mean? Whether it's the volunteers themselves, or if it's the people you're serving, like, or the children that you're looking after. It really doesn't matter. It's just like, it's this amazing thing that I love so much, and I love them. I love them. I love the public. I love volunteering for the public. And I love my fellow volunteers. And I love children. They're so cute. They're so adorable. I love seeing them smile, man. It's like, it literally is like, this is what I'm doing this for. Like, this is worth every single time a parent has yelled, or every single time a consumer of this product has yelled. Like seeing them happy and enjoy themselves and not realize that their parents are yelling at me is just always worth it. And most of the times, like, the parents are sweet and the customers and the people are sweet because they understand that we're volunteers, but very rarely they don't, you know. I love Prudence because she's never not given us like a perfect score. Thank you, Prudence, for being so freaking patient. You're a G, bro. But yeah, if you guys have any cool volunteering stories, any bad volunteering stories, any hilarious volunteering stories, I would love to hear them. I would love to hear you guys out and be more educated on your guys' communities and how much you've done to benefit it. Because, man, I love the community, dude. They're so much fun. They really are. And you meet the most amazing people. And the amount of networking you get to do because of it, and just, it's really like networking is an amazing opportunity that you know, has so many amazing perks of like the feeling of gratefulness and the feeling of pride and the feeling of accomplishment that you get is just it's like no other, honestly. And again, seeing people smile, it's always worth it when you see people smile. It's almost never not, like, it's always worth it. It's almost wait, I don't know what I'm, it's always worth it when you see those people smile. It's almost always never not worth it. Am I making sense? Does that make sense what I'm saying? It's almost always not worth it. It's almost always not worth it. That would be a double negative equals a positive. It's almost always not worth it. Double negative equals positive. But it's amazing. It's always worth it, is what I'm trying to say. I was just trying to sound fancy, but it's always worth it. Yeah. So go volunteer, try it out. Just try it out, trust. What else? I mean, I guess there's nothing else. It's a chill episode day, man. And why did I even start talking about volunteering? I honestly, oh, jeez Louise. We have burnt all of these freaking pancakes. Okay, well, bummer. What? Also, if you're wondering why I'm wearing a hoodie, I don't know. Oh, I forgot. I'm not wearing a hat, so I'm just wearing a hoodie. I was gonna say, oh, I'm wearing a hoodie to look like we're being more relaxed, but I just realized, like, I'm actually not wearing a hat under this. You guys have seen me without a hat on before, I think, possibly, maybe. I don't know. What else is there? Oh yeah, the whole reason I started talking about volunteering is because of the vlogs. But yeah, dude, I love showcasing. I'm really grateful for the experiences that volunteering ends up getting me. But again, this is like, I really don't want to encourage, like, oh, volunteer just to get those benefits. Like, no, trust me, like, I put in my hours as a volunteer. Like, then I'm let go, and then I can enjoy myself after I've made sure that everyone else has enjoyed themselves, and I get the break that I have to get. Because if I faint, that creates larger issues for the event itself. So you have to take care of yourself, because you need to understand that if you do end up fainting and you do end up, something bad happens to you because you didn't rest, like, the event is responsible. Because it's very rare that, like, a volunteering place not forces you, but it's, like, in my experience, there was never really, like, sign this contract to volunteer with us. So they could be liable for a lot. So please take care of yourself. And also, like, I assume you're volunteering, for... This is wrong. I'm assuming you're volunteering to give back to your community, so why have your community be liable for damages or etc. etc. Also, I don't know if that's, again, like, it varies by state. I don't want to say inaccurate information, especially since, like, volunteering stuff is again, it not only does it vary state by state, it varies county by county, city by city, and organization by organization. Like, volunteering is very different in every place. Like, trust. I've volunteered in a lot of places, and some of them I've had to sign waivers, some of them and a lot of them I've had to sign waivers, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. And some of them I just needed to have a guardian sign, and some of them I just needed an emergency contact. Like, it varies by a lot. So check your own county's volunteer sites, check your own organization's volunteer site. They have their own stuff, and they have their own contracts, possibly. But yeah, why make them feel bad for you passing out? This is milk. Yeah, that was not milk, dude. That was sugar. But do you know what I mean? Just, like, take care of yourself, because if you don't, the event is gonna end up being messed up. And why mess up the event? You love those people. That's why you volunteered. I don't know if any of what I said made sense, but just volunteer. It's a lot of fun. I will see you guys when we reach level 30. Ready? Ayo, I don't know if that transition was actually good. I hope it was. If it wasn't, I'm so sorry you had to look at my face. But we're almost done. I hope this was a relaxing episode. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe you guys heard the yelling in the background, or maybe this ringing bothered you too much to go to bed. But either way, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm really hyped because we are finally about to reach level 30. It'd be really funny if we didn't, but I'm extremely confident that we did because the amount of school, because I always, when I'm off camera, I grind really hard because all I do is just, I started watching like Bottom, so I just watch a cartoon show or something and then I just log in like completely. So I have full confidence that we've moved on to level 30 because we locked in so hard. And we changed pirate hats. Yeah, there you go. Long haul. We're in here for the long run, guys. It's really sick. I'm really excited. 1.466 total customer points. We are the Coffee Pro. It is so exciting. Next rank is 3,196 points. I will see you guys there. Actually, is there anything that we can play? Pizza Pacheco. Yeah, we don't need to play that. We're good. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See you guys later. Peace out.